Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. So today I'm in my PE kit and the reason for that is I'm going to talk about the treadmill I've bought. So this is a Limpeaks treadmill. It only costs around £400, but the really good thing about it is it folds up flat. So I don't have a lot of space in my lounge, so having a treadmill that folds up is really good. It just folds up against the wall, so as you can see it unfolds, and when I'm not using it anymore I just put it back against the wall. So I've had this for a month now and I thought I'd give you a little bit of a review of the treadmill and what I like about it. Okay, so I'm just going to fold out the treadmill. It comes with these 4 bolts and you put these in, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. So I'll fold it out and show you how it becomes a treadmill. First thing we need to do is just obviously put it down. Now the bridge bit just folds up, it goes down. So these bolts, they just have a little rubber washer and they just fit into the corresponding screw holes and go up. And that just keeps the top bit from moving. And then it's got bigger bolts that just go in the bottom. And then same again with the bolt at the bottom, just fits into the corresponding hole. Then you do it up. And then that holds the whole bridge bit upright. And then you've just got 2 other bolts in exactly the same places on the other side. So to turn the treadmill on, we just turn it on at the wall and then there's a little orange power button down this side. So the treadmill's rather basic in its controls, but for me that's okay because I use Zwift. It's got this red magnetic clip that you see on most treadmills at the gym, so if you unplug this, the treadmill will beep and actually it won't do anything. And if this comes off whilst you're running, then the treadmill will slow down and come to almost an instant stop, or as quickly as it can do. So I'll plug that back on because it beeps a bit. You've got very basic controls, there's some programs, I haven't really used these to be honest. Just start, stop, obviously go faster, go slower, it shows time and it shows calories. It shows the belt speed when it's going, and it flicks between how far you've run, and that can be in miles per hour or kilometers an hour, and it goes between that and also how long you've been running. So if we start it up, see it just counts down 3, 2, 1, then it starts going. It's not too loud. If we look down at the belt, you can see that it's moving. So it goes all the way up to 14 kilometers an hour, which I think is really good because 14 kilometers an hour for me is a pretty rapid sprint. Most of the programs I do on Zwift, they only really tell you to run up to about 11 kilometers an hour. So it's one of the selling points for me that actually I can run quite a range of speeds onto this, all the way up to a pretty full-on sprint. So let's increase the speed. One thing I have noticed about this treadmill is that you can only do increments of 0.5. So if you see that's on 3 kilometers an hour at the moment, if you click plus, it goes up to 3.5. You click it again, it goes to 4. So there's something to know about this treadmill, I guess, if you're interested in purchasing this model. That it only does these 0.5 increments. So Zwift will tell you to do smaller increment jumps, and what I do is I round up or round down to the nearest value. So if we keep going up, it will go all the way up to 8 is kind of a modest jog I suppose, 9 kilometers an hour, 10 you're getting up to more running speeds. Obviously the noise has increased, hopefully you can still hear me. We'll go all the way up to 14 kilometers an hour. And then you can hear that motor ramping up. Just click stop, it's a bit noisy. The treadmill's also got the heart rate monitors built into the handles here. So if I hold on to there, so you can see there it's measuring my heart rate at 77 beats per minute. This display is movable as well, so it sort of tilts up and it tilts down. It's beeping because the clips come out. Clip that onto my clothes. So it's got this groove here, which is one of the selling points I quite liked about it. So you can put in your phone or your tablet in there. Obviously that kind of hides the screen, but there's not a lot of information. Can't put a tablet in it that way, but it will fit a tablet that way. So whilst you can store your phone down here, I found quite quickly that I got a bit tired of looking down. So in my own setup I've got this little floating shelf. I got this Lenovo tablet with a dock. The great thing about having this up here is it's eye level. I can also store my water bottle up there, and I can be looking straight at Zwift and what's going on the screen. So I've got my run pod on, and the treadmill's all set up and Zwift is ready to go. So let's go for a bit of a run. So just tap to pair Zwift with the run pod on my shoes. So it's found the run pod. Click OK, click OK. Let's see what run I've got to do today. It's telling me I've got to do a long run of just 7 miles, and I've got to do that by Monday evening. So that's the run I'm going to do now. Click workout. And then I just need to select between Watopia, Richmond or London. So I might do this in London. Click workout. Zwift is just loading. Turn the sound up. And there I've got to set the treadmill to 7 kilometers an hour. You can see as I start to run and get moving on the treadmill, then my avatar on Zwift starts to move. Sorry for the shaky footage, but I am running. So I've done the warm-up section. I started doing the first part of the run. I thought I'd get out the decibel meter just to see how loud the treadmill is while I'm running. So you can see I'm just doing a 9.5 kilometer section, or 9.5 kilometers per hour. I've got 8.7k to go. I'll stop the treadmill. I'm just going to turn on my decibel meter. I'm just going to get going again and see what it reads. Okay, so that wasn't too bad then. I was running at 9 kilometers an hour and that was only making between 40 and 60 decibels, which doesn't sound a lot, but I don't think you want to be in the same room as someone when they're running on the treadmill if you're trying to concentrate on the TV programme. I tend to use it when Lauren's out or she's upstairs trying to put Eloise, our little daughter, to sleep, and I'll come down here and do a run. We've got it on the ground floor because that's a lot more secure, so we've got a concrete floor. The treadmill only weighs around 25 kilograms, so I did lift it upstairs, and originally I planned to put it in my upstairs office, but I think the banging on the floorboards might have just annoyed the neighbours a bit too much, so we decided to go with it downstairs. I wasn't sure if it would also damage the ceilings and kind of start cracking the house a bit, so yeah, it seems a bit more sturdy to have it downstairs. It is noisy, but it's not that noisy, and obviously if you're on it and you've got headphones on, I think it's more that I don't think someone could be watching TV while I was on it. One thing I like about this treadmill is it's got a 1.5 horsepower motor, and I think the ones in the gym have 3 horsepower motors, so that's kind of enough to do a good run. As you can see, I've just done my warm-up and I'm quite sweaty already. Yeah, no, not looking too sweaty, but I will be by the time I finish this run. Yeah, you get some really cheap treadmills out there have like half a horsepower motor. 1.5 is kind of enough for a very basic home treadmill, I think. If I ever get more seriously into running, then I'm gonna get a bigger house. I'll probably buy myself a proper 3 horsepower treadmill that they have in the gyms. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my run.
One hour later.
So I've just finished my race then. Okay, so I finished my run. As you can see, I'm quite sweaty now, so I'll just wrap up this video and then I'll go and have a shower. So I just did 11.7 kilometers run. This treadmill for, you know, just basic runs is absolutely fine. It is quite basic, it doesn't have Bluetooth connectivity, but if you're going to use Zwift, then this will do the job. It doesn't have an incline. That's one of the features it's lacking, but when you do all your Zwift runs, it says to put it on a 1% incline, so I guess if I really wanted to I could put a block of wood under it, but I don't think I'm missing too much without the incline functionality. It's just a basic treadmill, it gets the job done, it folds up nice and flat. I definitely recommend it. One of the cons I've noticed actually on this run is when I was using the heart rate sensor, it was telling me I was at 68 beats per minute, and there's no way kind of at the end of my run I was at 68 beats per minute. I could feel my heart was going faster than that, so I don't suppose that really matters. I was thinking about getting myself one of those chest strap heart rate monitors anyway that would pair with Zwift, so you know, there's a minimal downside really. I guess the heart rate thing isn't very accurate, quite basic, only goes up in 0.5 kilometers an hour increments, but overall it's a good treadmill. If you're looking to buy a cheap treadmill just perhaps to keep your runs going over the winter or something, then this Limpeaks model is absolutely fine. I'll link in the description below to their website if you want to purchase one. I think it's got another name in the States. Let me just go and look that up quick. So yeah, if you're in the United States, I think this is called the Urevo. It looks like exactly the same treadmill. Or if you're in the UK, it'll be called Limpeaks. I'm sure it's just a generic one from China that they brand and rename, but yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe to the channel. All I need to do now is just fold it back down and turn it off. So just turn it off at the wall, take out the screws. Two. Three screws out. That's the fourth one. It back up. It's got wheels on the bottom which help manoeuvre it. There we go. There you go. And that's stored away for another day.